Josh's Family Jewels.
Hey, welcome to Josh's Family Jewels. I'm Josh McBride, joined by the lovely Lauren Makk
Hey
again,
guys,
filling in
so
for
much.
Jules.
Yes, well, here we are, and I am so excited today. I am sitting across the table from one of the most beautiful women I have seen in a long, long time.
I was going to ask you to play the intro, but I can see that your phone's locked again.
No, it ain't. Not
Yeah,
this time.
All right.
Here we go.
Let's see. Do we got
Lay
anything?
it.
There's not.
Lay it. No, it doesn't matter. I want to know all about her though because I'm dying to introduce her. Come on, Josh.
You get it. I messed it up the first time. From the Grafton on Sunset, welcome Ariane, Andrew. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yes.
A lot of people know you from the WWE. You've been an athlete your entire life.
I wouldn't. Well, I guess you can kind of say that from high school.
That's
pretty
I
good.
mean,
I would say so.
With me being 20, fine. I guess that is a long time.
But she's
said
more.
what?
29 years young.
You are more
Yeah.
than an athlete. I think you are a goddess. I mean, these legs,
Yeah.
those abs, those arms.
Oh, girl, you're so sweet.
Tell us. Well, it's the truth. I would die for a body like this.
Me too, and I'm a guy. If you didn't,
Oh my God.
Tell us about your experience being an athlete and like how this all started for you, because I find it really difficult to be that regimented and that strong and like that steadfast.
Well, I feel like since parting ways with WWE,
Yeah.
I'm in like better shape now because with traveling 300 days out the year, to me, my sleep was way more important
Oof.
than going to the gym. It's like, oh, do I get these 4 hours of sleep or do I go to the gym?
Right.
I'm gonna choose A for 100. and
Right.
Get that sweet
So this is
spot.
the best shape you've ever been in.
Yes, but I
Since
still,
then?
I've like girls beating women and hormones. The whole nine. Weight, it's always fluctuating. No
Yeah.
matter.
Right.
Depends on what you eat,
Right.
how much sleep you get.
Right.
So
You did a number of shows after you left the WWE, that you were featured on.
you mean as far as like doing fitness?
Yes.
Yes. So, since parting ways with WWE, I actually feel like I'm breaking barriers because, most people, who do you really know from the WWE after they leave?
It's a good question.
The Rock,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
The Rock.
that's
your
my
husband.
boo.
Your husband.
That's my boo.
Right. Okay.
The Rock has definitely made an impact,
Yeah.
but as far as women, I mean, Stacey Keebler, you could say her, but she dated George Clooney, and that's what people recognize
Put her
her
on
for,
the map,
not
yeah.
for being a part of WWE.
Yeah.
She wasn't in WWE. So for me, it's just kind of like, since I was that underdog, it's about breaking those barriers and
Yeah.
continuing to push forward because, WWE owns Cameron. They own your name, so usually
Yeah.
after you leave, it's kind of hard to continue.
That's right. We need to talk
I
about
was
this.
gonna. Yeah.
Yes.
We were just talking
Yes.
about that.
Your stage name for the WWE was Cameron.
Yes.
Tell us how that came about.
Well, okay, so sometimes they choose your name or sometimes you're able to have options. So they told me to write down 3 names. And at the time, I mean, Cameron's not that exciting, but I loved guy names for girls.
Oh, I do too.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
but Cameron's both, right? Like Cameron can be both.
Unisex.
yeah, but I wanted like a guy name.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that
But-
makes sense.
I
Just
mean,
sound
so-
more intimidating.
Yeah, I don't know. I like guy names for women. I mean,
Yeah.
I have a child. I want to name my child, if it's a girl, a guy's name. Like,
Cool.
Yeah.
So was Cameron one of the 3 names you wrote down?
that was it was Cameron Lynn, and then they removed the Lynn.
Well, just out of curiosity, the other 2, do you remember?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, they chose it, so you got lucky.
They chose Cameron, yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing.
I have to ask because we're talking about this was at the beginning, right when you got, I guess, signed and put in. How does that process work as far as like, was there an audition? Like, what does even the process look like? And then training to become into something like that is something that Lauren and I have zero experience in.
So I always say if I had to do it by a book, there's no book written. I did it by the book. So I always knew I wanted to be an entertainer. I love entertaining. But I also was like, I want to go to school and get my degrees because no one in my family had, ever pursued college. So
Time out. I have to say, we are both from the same alma mater.
Yes!
Seaside, go Northridge,
Yes.
Matadors.
Matadors, whoop, whoop.
And I have to tell you this too. You're a double major. You had 2 degrees in psychology
and business marketing.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I just wanted to be the complete opposite of what I kind of grew up in my family and go to school. Just because I'm like, everyone out here in LA thinks, I'm going to say thinks, is a model, actress, singer, producer, rapper. I mean, I get it. People come to LA to, pursue their dreams.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. How many people really have that it factor to make it? You know
Right.
what I mean? So it's like, as much as I may have thought like I'm like I still gotta go to school, get these degrees,
Yep.
so I can have a backup plan.
Yep.
So sorry, I'm making a long story longer.
No.
So to speed it up, I was gonna go get my master's. I happened to be on LA casting. I did it by myself.
Yeah.
I submitted, went to
And
one.
it was like, what was the, like, what did the breakdown say?
It said, would you want to perform in front of thousands and thousands of people, tour all over the world? It's like, it was very enticing.
Yeah.
I was like,
Were you
yes.
extremely athletic? I know you ran track in high school. Were you an athlete in college?
No.
Oh.
No.
So you're just gym goer or
I
whatever?
love the part of being able to entertain people. I just love that fact of being able to put smiles on people's faces. So
Yeah.
that's why, I submitted for it. Then also, too, I'm like, wrestling, well, that's definitely different, but there's some athletic,
Yeah.
So it's like, kind of like, I'm kind of doing all the things that I love and then, being a part of charity. So I was like,
Yep.
this sounds really dope.
Yeah.
So I submitted, went on one audition, didn't think anything of it, and I was really honest. I was like, I've never watched WWE.
Yeah.
I was very
And
honest.
what was the audition like? What do you have to do?
So the first was like a one-on-one. Then I got a call back where it was like,
Are they like throw a table at somebody's head?
Yeah.
no, it was just like they just wanted to get to know me.
Okay. So it's talk. It's like this.
Just talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second process was it was very intimidating, but I didn't find it like a really tiny room, and there's like people just throwing out questions, and I guess through the monitor there was like the head top people who in a conference room who are watching people audition through the camera to like get a feel. So they really I think they really loved that. They were like, so you're not just some bimbo who's just walking around. I'm like, no, I have 2 degrees. I think that was something that really stood out to them.
But can I also point out the obvious, and for the audience who's listening but can't see, Ariane is a African American woman, which we don't see a lot of that in WWE, right?
And yeah, just to touch on that, being a African American woman in a male dominated industry, being a woman is already difficult.
Right.
But then you add being an African American woman, I feel like it definitely makes things a little bit harder, just because your typical fan base, they like kind of like the American, type of feel. And so I definitely didn't break barriers within WWE, but I'm here to break barriers now and show no matter where you come from that if you're resilient, if you're focused and you're driven, the sky has no limits. And I want to show people out there that just because WWE may have been part of my journey, there's still so much that I want to show the world and show young girls and boys that I've done this all the right way. I can lay my head down at night knowing that I did it by just being Ariane, and you can do it that way.
Right.
You don't have to sell yourself short. Let me just put it that way.
There you go.
Did they ask you in the audition, like, what athletic ability do you have? Like, is there like a physical? I'm dying to know. Like, I just feel like there has to be like a physical audition where you like take a chair and throw it into the wall or something.
Yeah,
or,
teach
like,
us a couple of tricks.
No, so after they like narrow like it down where it gets down to like the nitty gritty,
Yeah.
they're like, we want to have you come out to Tampa. But how the guy sold it to me is like, you have the contract. But I didn't know this is kind of like a trial, so you go down to the developmental territory. Back then it was FCW, it's now NXT. And you stay for like, I think it is a week, and they put you through like training, and then you have like a mini match on like your last day.
What were you against another girl?
Yes. Actually, it was AJ. And for people who are listening, if they like are wrestling fans, AJ was a very loved person. Like, she definitely made her mark within WWE. She was a very one of those people that fans truly, truly loved.
Wow.
And and so they have you do a lot of like, is it like a boot camp type of thing, or?
Yeah, they have you like take bumps, and it feels.
What's a bump?
A bump is where you literally go. That's the first step you learn into.
Well, you need to explain to our audience
I don't know
a bump
what that is.
I was at a different. What I know from a bump is a different thing.
I know people over here. Okay, there's a lot of laughter here about a bump. Not a bump of drugs, guys.
No, I was thinking bump in my hair, like a curl.
I was thinking like, oh, bump my leg.
No, I'm talking about like a bump on the mat. On the mat.
What does that mean? Like,
And
like that's what it's called. It's called taking a bump on the mat. It's literally like taking your body and your back is hitting.
a slam.
Oh, a slam.
A body slam.
No, but it's not a body slam. It's called a bump, and that's the first. See, see people
We don't
lying
know.
over here going to the left. I'm gonna need y'all to stay on track.
Yeah,
Okay,
we are,
okay.
yeah. So you bumped her?
Did you give her
Did you
a
bump
bump?
her?
No.
She bumped you? Do you see how it's different now when I say it?
No, because a bump is like the very fundamental thing you have to learn any other move.
Oh, it's the first move.
Okay.
Because if someone gives you like a clothesline and you hit the floor, you have to know how to be able to take
Right.
Clothesline is that thing on the neck.
Yeah, that we
neck.
know.
So now when the person falls back,
Yeah.
that's called a bump.
Oh.
So any move, a drop kick, a drop kick,
sometimes.
a clothesline.
Have you ever hurt
Wrong.
yourself physically really hurt yourself on
I
that?
had got stitches in my eyebrow when I went back down to NXT to train because if we have time, we can get that story. But when I was back in NXT, one of the newer girls came in and had their elbows like really high as we were practicing, and came in and elbowed me right in my.
You get pissed off and you bumped her.
You are. I don't even get. You're like in love with the word bump.
I just want you to. I want you to
curious.
throw somebody like, but it.
How would I
Like,
throw you?
I would
There
love
you
to
go.
see you try.
What about a table over the face?
How about I like give you a body slam?
I would love that.
And I would love
Oh
to
my
watch.
God, we're doing that after.
I
we're gonna
want to
it
do
for-
that
we're
too.
gonna-
I'm gonna really body slam you here on
Not.
this
I mean,
part.
we're a listener based, but let's do it for Instagram. Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I'm
I wanna
nervous,
see-
but-
I want to see you.
You would not want a body slam.
Really?
Not on this.
Maybe
part.
just a light bump then.
Maybe I'll put you in it.
Josh like his bump lights.
A light bump.
I'm gonna need you to. Let's change the subject.
Okay.
You're in love with the word bump.
No, I'm just very curious. Like it means different for everybody.
Because we watch this as spectators, but just to actually hear how it actually unfolds is a completely different world. I think
Yes.
you know what I mean. To
Bump.
find out how
Yeah.
meat is made is
If
kind of
you
cool.
if you don't stop, I'm a
Matt
bump you
Versus
for
here who
real.
bumped his knee earlier,
That's true.
and he got a boo boo.
That's true.
Right. So I'm just trying.
Exactly.
There's a lot of different terms.
words. We're waiting for bump. Yeah.
That's what I'm at.
Agreed.
We have to move on.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The struggle is real.
It really is. What are you up to nowadays? Are people recognizing you on the street, and like, do they get like?
Yeah. What's it like?
And then also, I want to ask about dating too.
No, you won't.
I won't ask about dating. I'm not allowed to ask about dating.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Because you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. I can't imagine.
You are too sweet.
It's
girl.
true. She's so. Your Instagram is beautiful, filled with beautiful, wholesome pictures of women, and I appreciate that so much. But your body is incredible, don't you think? I mean, as a professional
Girl.
athlete, that's incredible, and
You are just making me feel.
I got on 2 pairs of space right now, so I want to know what
But
it's
you
like.
know what? It's about loving the skin that you're in, no matter what. You know what I
Agreed.
mean? I feel like beauty is skin deep because someone can be a beautiful person, but if their insides are disgusting, to me, they're not
Yeah.
a cute person.
True.
You know what I mean? So, and beauty's in the eye of the beholder. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
Because you like what I may think is beautiful, you may not think
Agreed.
it's beautiful. You agree with it.
I think
so.
you're beautiful.
So what do you?
I think you're beautiful too, girl. And them dimples is popping.
Oh, girl, come on, keep going. You can bump me later.
What so what are you up to now as far as are you doing acting now? I know you have a big background as far as entertainment, not just from like a lot of people know you from the WWE, but you also do acting and there's singing.
Music.
Like
Yeah.
what bring us up to date with current
So
you of
up to
2017?
date, fitness kind of fell very easily. So it's like I'm in the fitness world where, actually April 10th, I have a segment on Hollywood Today Live with my little sister for National Sibling Day where we're doing training together. So it's incorporating, telling children and letting parents know like you can incorporate fitness and have fun with your children as well.
That's awesome.
So that's happening. I don't know if I can be spilling all the extra tea, but let's just say.
Oh, spill the tea, honey.
Yeah,
This is the place.
please.
We got them up.
At the
I am-
Grafton on
I am
Sunset.
shooting a pilot in about 2 weeks for something that is going to be exciting.
I can't wait.
You got to give us a little more than a pilot in 2 weeks that something's going to be exciting.
Well, I mean, it's going to take time because obviously,
all right.
I'm also part of a show which that's also in the development, which is called Two on Where, which is a
Yes.
a docu-series travel show where you travel the world. But you know how, to me, nothing's real until it's real. When I get that paycheck in my
Right.
hand, and
When it cashes, you mean? I got to put it into cash.
Oh, now see, you make a good point. We gotta get it in hand and gotta
Yeah,
make it.
right.
We gotta
Whole
make
nother
it.
story.
Right, because then it bounces.
3 days in the
right,
bank,
Right.
and then you get a bump.
And we come right back around, and we come right back to it. So what about music?
So I mean, music is exciting. To be honest, I don't think I was blessed with the musical talent that I would
But
love
you
to have.
did. You had
But
singles
you-
out. What are you
I
talking
have
about?
singles out, but to me, that's not my strong point. Will I come back out with music again? Yes, but that's not what's gonna bring me my bread and butter. I'm just keeping it
Right.
100. Like, I know what I'm bomb at. I know what I'm mediocre at. And yes, I do consider myself a Jill of all trades, but I'm focusing on my strong points. So the acting and
Yeah.
have I landed something yet? No, I'm very honest. My agents are amazing, got me out to some amazing stuff, but I'm competing with some big names. So it's like it takes that one person to give you that opportunity to say yes. That leads to more doors of opportunity.
I think you're completely humble, more humble than you need to be.
Yeah.
You're so talented.
Yeah.
And you are educated. You are beautiful. You are strong. You're athletic.
Yeah.
You have so many different things working for you that are really in your favor, and I wouldn't sell myself so short.
I
Because
mean,
actually, I like your music.
No, I'm not selling myself short. What I'm just saying is the production team and how it was done. It's like I look back at it now, and if I were to, because I do plan to do music again. It's like I want to do it correct. That was more so to kind of like be different and stand out from my tag team partner and do something that was gimmicky that related to my character, Cameron. I want to do music that would be in relation to Ariane. You know what I'm saying? So, not that I'm selling myself short. It's more so the quality of what I would like to have next on another level.
So the music was more centered around Cameron's persona.
Yes.
And Ariane is a totally different woman.
Exactly.
Got it. I smell it.
So it's like I want to do some music that is based on an Ariane type of thing.
Okay.
Right. So and if in an ideal world, what would that sound like?
You know what? I consider myself, and it's hard. I don't want to say this because I've already been compared to her before. But if I had to say where my genre would kind of fall in, would be a Nicki Minaj music Kesha.
Interesting.
Rap side Nicki or singing Nicki?
The singing rap, like it's a little bit of both. Like
This is
sing
a
rap. You know what I
perfect
mean?
time for
that.
That's why I feel like I fall in because I don't have a huge voice. My voice is very high pitched and very thin. But giving it kind of like, almost like very gimmicky. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like some people could say that's not talent, but you hear a lot of these songs that it's all about what's catchy. Like, and I can't knock someone who's Lil Jon. He makes
Yeah.
What?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
Right.
No,
keep
it's a
going.
character sound.
And I'm very character-y.
Right,
So it's
right.
like, instead of being very serious, I'm like, well, let me try to like really break it down, hit a note. It's more so like, let me be a personality in
Right.
music.
Yes, I got you.
You know
That's
what I mean?
great.
But have some dope things like
Yeah.
for people to relate to. Like when I did Wrong Number, it was about anti-bullying and saying like if you're not about positivity, you have the wrong number.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's like with the
New
message.
phone, who this?
What?
I said new phone, who this?
Exactly.
Right.
So
Do you keep in touch with anybody from the WWE?
I do. I talked to Eva. I actually just saw Danielle today at a gifting suite. I talked to her and she just moved to LA. We haven't had the chance to hang out. I'm actually holding her to that for next week.
Okay.
I talked to Naomi. She just won.
Your tag partner.
Yes.
My ex-tag team partner. She just won the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania in her hometown.
Awesome.
She finally, I'm so proud of her. She finally got her opportunity, and that's what I'm proving. Doesn't matter where you come from, your background, your race. If you want something, people's journeys are different, and some people may get it quicker. But if you stay dedicated,
You'll get it.
you can't.
Yeah.
And you can't. And one thing you can't. What's the word that I'm looking for? Like you can't deny talent. When somebody's great and somebody's good, their journey may be longer, but at some point you have to recognize it.
That's true.
And that's how I view Trin. Like her time should have been a long time coming, and I feel like she should have got it a long time ago, but she has it now, and I'm so proud of her.
Happens.
And
Right.
Eva,
For people at
I just
different
saw
times.
Eva 2 weeks ago.
Got it.
That was the redhead.
Right.
And she now has the black hair, but yeah. So those are the people. Who
And
I
do you
pay
stay up to
attention
date with it? Do you watch? I mean, and be honest. Do you watch? I mean, you seem very busy. So do you
I
have time to
don't.
watch?
I do
Did you
not.
watch WrestleMania this last?
I did not.
You didn't?
I'm just
But you know everybody. You could
Yeah,
watch.
these are your
You
homies.
could watch and you know all of them,
It's
right?
just, it's still very fresh. I mean, it's going to be a year since the departure, and kind of how we left, it wasn't a fairy tale ending. So for me, it's still like something that I choose to keep up with on social media. So I see everything that's going on. I know everything, but I don't sit down and watch. I mean, I barely even have time to sit down and watch my television series.
This
Right.
girl is working out.
Yeah.
I got
working out.
I'm
She's getting
I'm
on that
hustling.
thing.
I'm
She
trying
is
to be.
busy.
I want, I have a lot of people to prove wrong.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm constantly
Right.
working hard and just being resilient.
Good
Resilient
for
is
you.
key.
Absolutely. And you're so young. You have the opportunity to bounce back and completely create a new career altogether.
Exactly, and that's what I want
Yeah.
to do. I'm rebranding myself. My team has been amazing to be, I am turned up. My personality is a 10, but I feel like people never saw the other side.
Right.
Like the side of me having 2 degrees, the other side of me working with autistic children before.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you
I
that.
got, all these things that I feel like I can bring to the table, but it was just, they only saw one dimension, and that's only what they were given.
Right. Speaking of that, working with, sort of an alternative personality, if you will, tell us about your work with autism, because I think that's a really important note to hit for our audience. There are a lot of moms out there right now who are listening who have children that are, somewhere on the spectrum, and it's kind of interesting to know that you're actually degreed in that.
Autism is such a interesting thing because the spectrum is so huge from someone being very low functioning to very high functioning. And I think for me, what was so exciting about working with autistic children is that you know, with the therapy that we gave, and to watch the process. There was one little boy when I first started with him who would only say "Ima, Ima."
Mm-hmm.
That was all he could say. But he was so artistically like gifted. They all have something that is like extravagant about them, you know, which makes them very unique, and that's why autism is considered in your own world, because they all have, like, one little boy could remember the date on when I came, another one, you know, with could name every president from the day, from the first president, I don't even know who our first president was, to the time they were born to the time they died, and it's that's just such a unique gift, and I feel like a lot of people with autism are misunderstood, but, you know, I think it's about taking the time when you really do sit down. You could find such unique things about, you know, them. And I feel like, you know, for the people out there who do have a child, you know, with autism, there is light. You know what I mean? And I know that autism, people can't really find out where it really derives from. Is it genetic? Is it, you know, from the shots, from the, what is it, I can't think of it with the R, the shot, rubella? I think it is.
Is it rubella specifically? Tell me, because I just had a baby, and I'm giving him his...
Which he is so cute, by the way.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
gonna steal him.
You can take him with you.
He's so cute.
Good, take him and raise
He
him.
is so
Bring him back in 18
cute.
years. But, you know, it's kind of interesting because I'm, you know, dealing with his immunizations now, and it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that, and so, you know, I'm always curious about what people think it is,
I would
but
say
it's
research
environmental.
it for yourself,
Yeah.
because they don't know where autism comes from, where it derives from. They don't know if it's genetic or if it's environmental.
Right.
You know, and so I had one parent tell me that when they first had their son, that she just knew, like, that day something just switched. It was just in his eyes. It was not
One
right.
day. Oh no! Don't tell me that, girl.
You know.
Well, let's talk about fitness because I'm curious about it. I know that you're an athlete, and I have some a weight loss journey that I've embarked on. I've lost over 140 pounds. Josh has lost how much?
50 some odd.
That's a lot of weight.
Wow.
That's like a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
A 4-year-old.
That's a big
That might be an
3-year-old.
8-year-old.
Right, that is a huge.
I was probably 50 pounds when I was 3, to be honest with you.
Anyways.
But tell us some like great fitness, maybe inspirations or tips or tricks that maybe we could know about.
How do you stay sort of like, you know, on
She's
point
always
now?
been an athlete.
I know, but you know, just keeping it tight and right.
To me, I feel like with social media, people feel that there's a certain way that people should look. I feel like it's about embracing the skin you're in, and as long as you're happy, it's not about being a size 0 or a size 2. It's about loving who you are and just being like for health reasons. So I just think exercising not to look like somebody. I feel like it's more so to be healthy, because they say for people who work out live longer and you know their skin is like there's just so many benefits of working out, but not so much for the looks. And I know a lot of people decide to go work as like, I have to be a size 2.
Right.
And I don't believe in that. I don't believe in dieting. When I get a little bit too off track, I will bring it back. But I feel like you should be able to live your best life.
Yeah.
It's about moderation. It's about, you know what, I loved having my beverages, but you know, if I'm out and it's between beverages or sweets, choose one.
Right.
You know, or if you do both because you just want to live, then just put a little bit more extra time in at the gym.
Right.
I feel moderation is key. That's if I can say anything to anyone, just, you know, moderation. Just don't overdo it.
Right.
Got it.
Real talk, you go to the gym every day?
I tried this week. I've been there 4 times. So I didn't go yesterday.
And you lift all those days, or mostly cardio?
I start my Mondays off with 2 hours.
Okay.
So I do
Lifting.
Zumba.
Okay.
And these find creative ways to work out.
Right.
Because I mean, if I had to just do a treadmill, I don't know if I would make it.
For 2 hours on a treadmill.
Yeah, I would.
So you do Zumba.
Well,
I do
Zumba's fun.
I do an hour of Zumba, but then I do an hour of bodyworks and abs. So it's like you're in a room with other people, you're motivated. You know what I mean?
And there's music.
And there's music.
Right.
Yeah.
So in the 2 hours goes by like.
Yeah.
Did your song Bye Bye ever come on in a Zumba class?
No.
It should.
Why not?
Wouldn't that be great?
That's the next thing.
Can I start twerking? I'm just
I would. I mean,
As soon as I hear the beat, I'm like, drop it, DJ.
yeah. That's when you go into it.
Drop it, DJ.
Food wise, we have fitness followers as sort of everything under a broad umbrella. I know you said moderation. Do you stick with clean eating the majority of the week?
Can I be honest? Just as a,
Yes, be
not
honest.
about. It's not about for fitness. Just because I love animals, I have recently decided to do fish during the week.
Okay.
Just because and
You
it's
weren't so you're a pescatarian.
Were you vegan?
Well, I did vegan for a little bit. It was just more so about the environment and just testing my limits and seeing what, pushing myself.
Vegan athlete, that's a big deal.
But it didn't stay very long. It's a very hard lifestyle.
Where are you getting your protein from is what I want to know.
That was difficult.
Yeah.
That's
well, now it's fish.
Yes. So with fish, and then on the weekends, I allow myself. Now, I don't know how long this will last, but I've been doing it for about a month. So on the weekends, I do have like meat and chicken.
Yeah, that's like a lit kind of thing. I can
should
live 40 days with maybe on fish, but after that, I'm like, give me the chicken.
But before that, I didn't believe in like dieting, and I mean a lot of fitness with like it's 70% of what you eat, and it is a lot to do with like what you eat and sweets and the drinks and all that. But for me, I want to live. So I'm not gonna torture myself. I'll go ham in the gym, but if I want to live my life, and that means I don't have abs, I would be okay with not having abs because I don't want to like.
Me too. I've learned to live without abs.
I haven't yet. I'm trying to get.
As much as, and I'm obsessed with abs. I love abs, and I want them so bad. But I'm like the sacrifices because for me genetically, just the stomach has always been a hard. It doesn't matter how.
Preaching to the choir. Yep.
It doesn't matter even if I were to diet. That's just one thing that doesn't come easy for me.
But your booty. I just gotta say, I saw you in a picture on the beach.
Squats, literally, and you know what? It's all
How
natural.
many squats? I squat all day.
All day, every day.
And the thing is, I'm so happy to embrace and say that my body and everything about me is 100% natural. Oh, minus my hair, I got some extensions popping.
Well, come on.
But
we all do.
We all have a little
this
something.
This is a little fake too.
This ain't my real
No,
blood.
for real.
But you can take out that good hair.
Little onesie, twosie. Thank you. But that's a natural body. Can you imagine that, Josh?
It's taken time, but it's about really just being dedicated and doing all the things, doing lunges, doing squats, trying different things, working out with my trainer.
Yep. We got to wrap up, but let me ask you a quick question.
I ain't done talking.
You're not done talking yet?
I'm just kidding. I know, because I could talk for hours.
Tell us everything.
I know you guys are like, okay, the time is running out.
No, we're good.
We're fine.
Let me ask you, being a fitness, I can say, I guess, person since you were in high school and then being in the WWE, what was the response like from your family, especially with the WWE when you had first started? Like, were they nervous? Were they like, oh, you're gonna get hurt?
They hated it.
My
my mom was excited. My dad was very happy when the day came to an end.
Really?
Yeah, he was very concerned because I was traveling on planes. I think he also has like a very scary thing about planes and then crashing. And as much as I was on a plane, twice a week.
Yeah.
Two times a week. And for him, he was like, you're aging. He's like, you're looking older.
From planes? I gotta get on Sunday.
No, because
just the wear and tear.
The wear and tear of banging my body, the mental drainage, the
Right.
physical drainage, and just being gone 300 days. That's a lot.
You're gone how long?
I was gone approximately 300 days out the year.
Get out of town.
We don't
That's
have
60 days at home.
We have no off season.
Really?
Did they give you nice hotels to stay at? Like the Grafton on Sunset?
We had to pay for our own hotels.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody who slept with a rock?
Oh boy.
I actually do.
Oh my God, girl! After
You
the
did,
show,
or you know, or you did?
no.
I did.
No, I'm
oh,
just- I'm just-
no.
okay, I'm just-
I don't shit where I eat.
Atta
Oh,
girl!
yes, ma'am.
That is it,
I
honey.
mean, there was opportunities. I mean, I could have been a lot further in my career, but I decided to keep it cute.
Yeah.
As you should.
And because I'm like, that's all I need to do is mess. No,
Yeah.
thank you. I don't want to have to
As
look
my
at
daddy
Smart.
says, don't mix your
Smart.
pussy and your paycheck.
Oh! Yes, girl!
And there's other people who do.
And I'm not knocking you for doing. I mean, some people
No,
have really,
don't knock it.
Some people have really come up in the game by,
Yes, they have.
yeah, but that's just not. That's why it's taking a little bit longer. But
Yeah.
You're doing it. You're doing it with integrity.
I think
doing
we should wrap up there. What is it?
Don't mix your pussy and your paycheck.
Yeah.
pussy and paycheck.
That's the
That's
new
the
single.
first single.
That it is. There it is. From the beautiful Grafton on Sunset. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank
We
you for having
appreciate
me.
it. And this has been Josh's family, Jules.
Josh's family jewels.